Many years ago, when I moved to Lagos, I was, thrust into the hustle and bustle of, a city like Lagos. Lagos can be a crazy place. If you're listening to me and you don't know where Lagos is a commercial nerve center in Nigeria. And I had, grown up, or rather, when I was in school, I had believed that, you have to find your purpose, find your vision, run with your vision, that the most important thing about life is about vision, about purpose. What have you been called to do and to become? How would you help humanity to be better? How can you help the world to be a better place? How can you give of your essence and of your value for the betterment of humanity? I grew up reading the books of Miles Monroe and John Mason and all those, motivational and inspirational speakers. And apart from that, I just had this conviction about, positive living, right? So I moved to Lagos after I had left secondary school. After I left the university, I went to Polytechnic. So that was when I moved to Lagos. And when I got into Lagos and, got into the workforce, started to work and all, I woke up one morning and it occurred to me that the entire essence, let me not use the word essence, but the entire hustle and bustle, the entire exertion of energy, of work, were all boiling down to one single purpose: to earn money so that you can survive, so you can put food on your table, have a better life. It just seemed as if that the entire reason why your parents sent you to school, you did all your assignments, wrote all your exams, when you got admission, did your projects and pass out. The only reason was for you to come out and be able to make ends meet, because every other thing faded away. Every other thing just flew out of the window. It now looked as if, in fact, that is what it seemed like. Everything everybody is doing is for the money. You were waking up early in the morning to jump on a bus or train or your car, drive for hours. In a city like Lagos, people spend like almost 3 hours just to commute to work. You spend about maybe 8 hours or so, or 10 hours at your workplace. You now spend another 2-3 hours in traffic, in motor traffic, just to get back to your house, and then you do it over again the next day and over again the day after, so that you can collect a paycheck at the end of the month, so that you can feed your family and clothe your children and put a roof over your head. And maybe when you are old, you would have a retirement savings. If all that life is this, then it's worthless. It's worthless. How can the entire essence, reason why you live, be to make money so that you can have a better life, so that you don't slip into poverty, you don't fall below the poverty line and start living under the bridge or on the streets, so that you can be able to give something back to your parents who sent you to school, be there for them, create something for your family? I mean, life can't be just about the money. But it seems that is what it's all about. And from that particular moment that I was thinking about this, I decided that I was going to live for something much more. Because the truth is, a majority of the people out there, that is all they live for. To be able to put food on their table, put roof over their head, put clothes on their back, and have a manageable life. If this is all what life is about, then so I decided that I was going to live beyond much more than just about putting food on the table and money in the pocket. And this morning or today, I encourage you to live beyond the money, beyond the paycheck. And if you are in a job that you don't enjoy, you're not having fun, you're not living life, you are just existing and just doing the motions, running the rat race, lost in the maze, you might have to step back and retrace yourself. You might have to, match on the brakes and, do a retreat. In fact, these are the reasons people commit suicide. These are the reasons people end their life. These are the reasons people just lose it when they discover that they don't have a life of their own, that everything that they are doing is just to be able to put food on the table to satisfy one boss or one supervisor so that you can be paid your paycheck at the end of the month. You're in a job that you don't like, with a boss that you don't like, in a firm that you don't like, just that you can make a paycheck at the end of the month. Maybe it's time for you to put a break on it and go and do something else with your life. What would you say you came to the world to do if after you have lived life and you didn't do any other thing but to serve the purpose of another man in a business, and you didn't have fun, you didn't enjoy yourself? So today, don't be lost in the maze. Don't be lost in the maze. Don't be caught up in the maze. Don't be caught up in the rat race. Get out of it. Get out. Have a plan and get out. Because you're going to wake up one day and you're 60 and you have not done anything with your life. You just have money. That is if truly that paychecks really brings about financial freedom. Because I think that paychecks really don't bring financial freedom. Entrepreneurship does. But you could be one of the 10% that has the best job in the world and get the best pay, right? Maybe you can be one of that small percentage that has that experience. But then again, get out. If you're not having fun, you're not enjoying yourself, you don't have time to breathe. My name is Perry Martins. Have a lovely day.